Hi guys, my name is Borodante. Let's paint me as a monster. I have quite a special, oh my god, quite a special face. So there's some material to work with that. Now, it's not gonna be like something crazy, like trying to come up with a monster with like a background and being all twisted and weird, but just generally making me creepy as maybe a ghost or like a generic enemy from a game, something like that. I would think of it mostly as like a caricature, but a cool one, and, well, creepy one. I mean, do I even get to come up with something unusual? I can just copy this. Here's a sideways shot, also useful. Also, maybe not a smiling one from the front would be good. Alright. Oh, this is good for the full height reference. I'm almost not smiling here. Okay, there are a couple of necessary features that we need to maintain. Number one, the forehead. My head is huge. I found so far 1.5 caps in this world that fit my head. Companies are not aware that this head exists. I, without hair, look like a hairy actor that has like in the movies when they cover someone's hair with like makeup of sorts that makes them look like they're bald. That's what I look like when I'm actually bald. So as a note, pretty big head with the emphasis on like the upper half, so the eyebrows need to be a little bit lower than the middle of the face. And we can push it even lower, maybe. Next thing, my ears are incredibly tiny and very pressed to the face. That's the things I know about myself. So a very tiny ear, may as well just not add any ear, I don't know. Same as with the nose, pretty much. But also it has this very specific feature of being very pointy, sharp, and like with 2 separate bumps on them. So I think that's something to maintain, otherwise it's just not me. Then very heavy eyebrows, like my eyeballs are about 2 fingers in below my eyebrow depth. So somewhere over there, there's eyes like that. Then about my body, generally I'm like really tall and usually look very creepy because I don't talk much. And generally I'm really big and my torso is a perfect rectangle. That's something that Nadia won't allow me to change. She stands by it very firmly that my body is just a rectangle like this. And then I have very like straight but very thick legs underneath as well. That's generally what I am. Well, not as much, we're gonna be using like this reference, but I, without any pants on, look like a lot of people in very thick winter jeans. And yeah, for a guy of this size and everything, my wrists are incredibly gentle and thin. I look like a teenage girl or something when you look at just this part. So, arms are generally big, but then they really thin out a lot. And my feet are also pretty big, but I don't think they exactly stand out if you compare it to the rest of the body, so they're like just proportionate. Also, I rarely stand straight. I always do some weird position, like tilting my head all over the place and never stand normally. That was like posing, that was really hard to do. So let us work with all this info right after a quick word from this channel sponsor, Wingfox. They have a new course called How to Develop Unique Ideas for 2D Character Designs. So yeah, the course is heavily focused on character design, and when you get like an assignment for work or something and you don't know where to start at all, how to start coming up with a design, what to push from, especially if you don't have like a very weird anatomy of yourself to actually work from. This is a very big question that a lot of people face in their professional work. Your tutor is Ian Barker. He's an experienced concept artist and illustrator. He worked with Universal Studios, designing an amusement park, as well as a Mall of America art direction, as well as a bunch of video games, of course. So as you can see, he's very experienced and his artwork is always very different and very fun to look at. Very curious looking characters. The stages are coming up with the ideas, sketching, fundamental drawing, and finishing. So pretty much you're not wasting time in this course on like rendering and polishing stuff. Generally you get like a drawing style, rendering that really brings the idea across. But of course the main focus of the course is like the design, the pose, the idea, how everything about the character actually shapes up the way they look. So you can get this course right now for $49. It's already started coming out, so you can start watching. Before it's fully released, it's at this 45% off. Also, next to the affiliate link to the course in the video description, you can find an extra $20 off code specifically for this course, so make sure you don't forget about it when you go through the link. Now let's go back to monstrifying myself. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and start with doing the same thing, just with a bit of a higher detail and accuracy. And right now I'm just looking for the general gesture with these basic shapes that I talked about before. So rectangle goes right here. Probably my broken neck that it keeps hurting every once in a while. I really want to make that emphasis on the forehead part. It really feels like I'm wearing a German helmet right here in the front. Like I have some kind of implant. There's like an extra thing going on. You can see it really well in here as well. So yeah, that will be like the major part. And I think it's very fitting for the modern creature design, you know? Sometimes you see this kind of look. So one may say my appearance is very fashionable and cool. Raise the head a little bit, like my neck is not long or anything, but I still have one. I wonder if just following these verbal descriptions of myself and, you know, like whatever people say about me, if I just follow these guys, will it actually look at all like me? Yeah, also there's some stuff going on over there as well, like a lot, as far as I've been told. Okay, I'm gonna have to make the legs a lot longer, because this really looks like someone not being tall at all. Yeah, also a good moment to work on that gesture a little bit. Yeah, that's about right. So I'm just making arms longer. Not that my arms are exactly like really long. Like my hands are pretty big with long fingers. Maybe we'll stick to that. Maybe just make big palms, because the length of my hands is like normal. Of course, we'll still have to exaggerate certain parts, but exaggeration takes, you know, something being a bit beyond normal to begin with, otherwise it's not really me. Yeah, that's about right. Now, you know what? Let's not make them actually spiky. Like long and thin, yeah, but I'm overall like everything is very round about me. Even if the legs are like long, they're still kind of round in all the details, and fingers as well. My fingers are like someone cut them off a little bit. They're very rectangular at the ends, but rounded rectangles. I guess that's the key word. Squircle. That's what I am. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Alright, let's work on the face, then come up with some kind of robe or whatever I would be wearing, except for a hoodie or a t-shirt, which is pretty much everything I wear. But yeah, let's see. So, the very important eyebrow line. Yeah, pretty much like a giant baby monster. That's what we're going for, I guess. Yeah, super dark skin around my eyes. That will be an important part as well. Yeah, the tilt of my nose is like, you see, like, the head is really tilted downwards. You can see the bottom of the nose still. It's just always there. Look at that. It's ridiculous. It's like... Should we go with this? I don't know. Looked like a horny Louis Anderson. Now, let's not go with a smile, because it generally gets this context of me being like a Marvel villain or something. It needs to be like just a scary expression or something. And that tiniest ear, about the size of an eyeball. Now, should I do the beard? It's not very monstery, I would say. Though we could go with like, as I said in my previous monster video, Wolverine. And about 100 of you guys in the comments pointed out that I wanted to say werewolf. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is this is gonna work, I think. Yeah, as far as I know, apparently, this part, the continuation of the mustache, really shapes my face a little bit into looking like a cat or something. I don't know what to do with that information, but I'm gonna just add that. Let's go with that hair from over here. Well, not as much. Generally, I don't have that long of a hair anymore. These were my really heavy metal days. Right now I go a bit shorter than that. Oh yeah, Nadia keeps telling me that my eyes are really light. And if I look like at a window during the day, my eyes become like so thin, like there's barely like a tiniest pupil like this in the middle, and that's it. So let's go with that. That's definitely something to go with here. And yeah, a lot of darkness around this area. Yeah, that's the kind of guy you wouldn't want to meet in a hospital. I almost feel like I have like two bumps in here. Almost like the smoothest and roundest two horns that are pretty much like evolved into just a forehead. Let's see what that would be. Like boobs on the forehead. So if I were a monster, I would definitely choose something with a very wide neck. Because I really don't like when something's like choking me there. It's just not my style. And it would probably end over here. There's just the basic kind of a robe. Maybe let's go with mental stuff actually. Yeah, it will be like that medical patient thing. Not gonna be drawing the concept from the back though. Alright, what do we look like? Nice. Now I also never leave the house without my backpack and my headphones. We can apply that somehow. I have like this giant backpack, like the maximum size you can carry with you on an airplane kind of size. Let's make it into a system of ropes like this that I hold it with. And there will be like stones in there that I pick up and throw with my big hands. That's kind of the point. What do those lobotomy things look like, you know, when they make them wet and apply to the temples? I'm trying to apply the idea of headphones. Oh no, that's not the one. Maybe not lobotomy, what was it, like shock therapy or something? Nah. Yeah, this stuff from the Flying Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It looks just like headphones. Perfect. So it needs to be like dangling behind me, kind of. Holding here, but then this thing goes to the back and like a torn cable hanging from it or something like that. That would be pretty stylish. Or should it just hang downwards? Right, we should fill up the front of the character, not the back. Probably like this, geometry-wise. They never really showed that device full size, like how exactly does it connect? Well, obviously it connects into one like arc like this, that's for sure. But then from it, I assume just the cable goes to the source. Not a very sophisticated device, so it's not super hard to figure it out. Yeah, that'll be cool. And it's like an industrial cable that provides like a power for a factory or a town. Yeah, that's about the energy necessary to get me up in the morning. Also, you may think that a straitjacket would fit more with the lobotomy device and everything, but as usual, they couldn't find one of my size. Maybe it is a straitjacket, actually. Now some wrinkles around the ropes so they would look like they're actually providing tension. Oh my god, it's getting longer. Hatching level 100. Wannabe. Also, let's put a stone in my hand and show some kind of access to the stones in the backpack so it all would make total sense. Total sense. Like, I'm not actually a big throwing stones guy or anything. It just seems like a pretty good way to attack. Especially if you are in an institution where there's a lot of bars and all that. You can't stop a stone with bars. Alright, I guess this is it. This is our final look. Tell me guys what you think. Did I do justice to my anatomy or whatever? Because I think it turned out pretty dope. Look, like, why is there two identical pictures? There, totally happy with it now. So yeah, I guess this is it. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I wonder what will Nadja say about my amazing design.